Well, hello there, Tankers of the Blitz universe. I'm Flossie, and this right in front of you is the very first Tier 8 to receive a certain mechanic that I will be going over in today's video. This is, of course, the Type 59, which by itself is not exactly the most exciting Tier 8 medium. It's not exactly bad, it's just not very exciting or overpowered in any way, shape, or form. But in today's video, I will be breaking into this tank's stats, showcasing the new mechanic it got, as well as playing some games in it to kind of showcase to you how this thing performs in battle. So let's jump right on into those stats to start things off. And actually, before I jump into the stats, let's go over the mechanic that it got. This tank got adaptive concealment, which, like I said, is the very first Tier 8 vehicle to receive this mechanic. If you are not familiar with this mechanic, it is currently available on a lot of Tier 10s like the WZ-132-1, the Leo 1, the CS-63, sorry. All those tanks and a couple of more have this mechanic, and what it does is it allows you to go unspotted after only 7 seconds instead of the normal 10, like you can see here in the description. Additionally, you can also see up at the top right of this panel here, you can see when you are spotted, there is an eyeball icon that shows up beside the enemy player's HP bar, so you know exactly who has spotted you, which is very, very nice. And it really benefits a lot of tanks, especially medium tanks for that matter. So it is a good mechanic, and I'm glad they gave it to a Tier 8 finally. Hopefully they give it to more later on. But anyways, enough of the yapping. Let's get on into the stats of this tank. So starting off with its gun, it deals 280 damage on its standard shells, 240 on the premium, and 350 on its HE. So it's got some good alpha damage going for it. Nothing insanely high, but it's also not bad either. You have 7 degrees of gun depression, which is quite solid. You have okay pen. It's definitely not the best. It has 195 standard pen, 253 APCR pen, and 54 on the HE. So again, nothing special there. It's okay. In terms of your gun handling, it's kind of mid. It has a 4-second aim time with a dispersion of 0.353, so good luck hitting all of your shots. This tank's gun is very, very, very troll, and its DPM of just under 2,000 is pretty average for a Tier 8 medium. In terms of your mobility, you go 56 forward and 20 in reverse, which is quite solid. However, your power to weight of 16.5 is nothing special. So, again, this is a pretty average tank overall. And you're going to see that here in these gameplay, or in these battles that I will showcase to you. And here we are in game number 1 on Port Bay. A very interesting map for this kind of tank. I'm really hoping that our team goes the right way, which is obviously towards C-Cap. But anyways, talking about the tank's armor profile, this tank is basically a 62A at Tier 8 in terms of its armor. You have a decent upper plate. You obviously have the weak spots that most mediums have, which is the lower plate. And obviously, if you over-angle your side armor, that also becomes a weak spot. In terms of your turret armor, it's quite solid. You do, of course, have the normal cheek weak spots right beside the gun that can be penned with premium ammo, so you do have to be careful of that. So it's not exactly a squishy medium tank, but it's not one where you can outright just bounce every single shot you take. So you do have to be a little bit cautious with this sort of vehicle. And seeing as my team is playing extremely split right now, I'm going to be very careful. I'm not going to go to that corner where our Lewis is, because I don't want the whole team YOLOing up to where this PTA is and cross-firing me out. So let's see if we can get a couple shells into these TDs and mediums as they over-push. So you can see here the nice mechanic of this vehicle working like a charm. We are able to see that the M4190 has in fact spotted us, and of course that means that the rest of their team has also spotted us. However, that doesn't really matter for me because I do have a lot of team support here. So if I'm able to stay in somewhat decent cover here, I should be okay. But you can see here the accuracy very, very much failed us there. And we actually missed an easy shot on that waffle in the back. Bro is going to keep poking, though. I don't know what this dude is doing. So we're luckily able to get another shot into him. And we do, in fact, bounce his return fire into our vehicle there. So that's very good stuff. But again, I'm just going to keep holding this position. There is zero reason for me to push up any further than this. And you can see here we are getting some nice shots into that Emil 1951 because bro is playing like an absolute monkey. Let's get another shell into him. Oh boy. Hello, KPZ. I'm so glad that guy did not shoot at me. Problem with this tank is, obviously, other than the fact its stats are kind of mid, you don't have the most HP in the world. 1300 HP is not going to get you very far, especially in a tier 9 battle like this is. You can see, like, one shot from that dude has already brought us all the way down to 500 health. And, yeah, I really don't want to get shot at by this scepter anymore. But let's see if we can maybe get some shells into this KPZ. Maybe. There we go. We had to load a premium shell, but luckily we are able to pin him in the upper plate. And all that's left is the scepter. So I'm going to make my way down towards him, but unfortunately he gets picked off. Anyways, that was a complete and utter steamroll. And luckily for me, I did not end up dying, which is good because their team was playing very aggressive and they were kind of almost able to kill me there. But anyways, you can see there we did 2200 damage. Absolutely nothing special. But it is the Type 59. So, again, this tank is not exactly anything crazy. Honestly, if I were you guys, I would steer clear of getting this tank, even with its new mechanic, because there are better options out there for similar pricing. So, let's get on into game number 2 here, which is, of course, on Faust. We loaded into that battle quite quickly, so no cuts needed. And let's see if we can use our adaptive concealment to our advantage of this battle here, because, in fact, over here, and I'm going to try and get another shell into that T-30, bro. That troll accuracy is not helping me out, and I just get full health Amarak. Okay, wow. Alrighty, well, that game never happened. That was just really stupid. I don't know what else to say. Let's actually get into game number 2 now, because, again, that game never happened. And here we are on game number 2 on Himmelsdorf. Bro, I can't get over that. Like, bruh, okay. Insane. Don't buy the Type 59, apparently. Anyways, see if we can actually use our adaptive concealment this battle. Hopefully we don't get full health racked again. That'd be nice. Anyways, we're up against a Barask. We have a Pershing, Soul Eater, SMV, and a TSL7, sorry. So I'm going to make my way towards the standard medium tank spotting position here to see if any of their enemy tanks will be going this side of the map. I am going to assume they will, but until they are spotted, I'm not 100% sure. There's 2 of them. Okay, I'm going to shoot down these walls here to see if anyone gets spotted down there. It doesn't look like it, though, and it looks like our STRV is going to need some assistance very soon here. So let's see. We are, of course, spotted from that TLS7. However, not too worried about him. I think he's on a clip reload, and he does, in fact, miss. So our STRV is able to pick up the kill on that player right there. And now I'm going to start shooting at this dude right here in his Pershing. I'm going to pop my adrenaline real quick, and we'll start DPMing him out. So, luckily, you can see here, 7 degrees of gun depression is enough to deal with this player down in the dip, which is quite nice. And I'm going to get to his rear and finish him off there with a 193 juicer. Next up, we have the Barask, who is YOLOing our STRV. Probably will get the kill on him. Oh, okay, never mind. He's out of shells, I guess. Anyways, I guess that means that I will be YOLOing him now. Our STRV may get another couple shells into him as well. So, let's see here. Ah, yes, we love bouncing the rear of the Barask. Clearly a well-armored vehicle right there. But anyways, I'm going to still YOLO him more. He's still on a reload. Let's see if we can actually pen him that time. There we go. 294. Nice roll there. And he does clip out. So I know that this Barask is on a reload once again. I'm going to track him, honestly. I was hoping for the HE shot. But honestly, this is just as effective right now. I'm going to hopefully finish him off in just a moment. There we go. Now we are sort of hull down. So my armor should be okay. At least somewhat effective here against this Emil 1. Unfortunately, my accuracy does not help me out there. And, yeah, I wish we had penned that shot on the Emil. Would have been some nice extra damage there. Let's see if we can get a shell. Oh, my God, bro. Okay, wow, this game is not treating me very well today, I must say. Well, at this point, I'm hoping that this KV-5 pokes out, and then I can get a shell into his side there. Very nice stuff. And the Soul Eater probably won't be able to pen me unless he completely YOLOs, which it looks like he is, in fact, doing. So, let's see there. We do get a tracking shell into his vehicle there. I'm going to try to use this ridge here to kind of block his ability to shoot me. However, it doesn't seem to matter because we're just going to get clipped out by this mill very quickly here. And hopefully I can get behind this ridge again, but oh well. Soul Eater does finish me off. These are some rat teams, guys. I really don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. We cleared out medium side, like, pretty quickly, but the team just fell apart instantaneously. We were still able to do 2,800 damage, which is actually pretty solid there, and holy bad, dude. Look at my team. What is this, bro? Next highest is 1,000 damage? Like, alright, bro. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what else to say. Yo, Wargaming, can I get a win, please? Oh my gosh, dude, my teams have been absolutely horrible. I just had another complete steamroll, and there's literally no point in me showing it. Like, the teams today have been ridiculously bad. But, anyways, hopefully that'll change with this, hopefully, final battle here. I just really need a game that's, like, not a loss and a steamroll or an ammo rack or something stupid. Anyways, we'll see what happens. I'm going to go medium side because, of course, I'm in a medium tank, and their enemy team has a lot of mediums as well, like the Skoda, the Progetto, the Cheery, and the SP1C, as well as the Tiger 1, who's probably also going to be over here. So, or maybe not. Maybe they're just going to all sit at A base and cap it. Okay, interesting. Well, I'm going to make my way over here anyways. I do have enough gun depression to where I can shoot people if they do poke, like that Skoda. However, unfortunately, apparently, my gun says no, and I bounce the Skoda, which is, like, literally super impressive right there. And I'm probably going to get clipped out by him now, which is also not very fun. So there you go. That's 2 shells into me right there. And I don't know what my team is doing. Can this Type 57 help me attack the Skoda? That'll be lovely. As I said before, like, you need team support in this vehicle to do anything. Because, of course, if a tank like this Skoda just YOLOs you, that thing has a crazy good gun, and you're going to get ripped apart by him, and you're only going to be able to single shot him back, which is not very fun. However, that Skoda player just absolutely got destroyed, which is fine by me. So now I can shoot at a player like this Progetto right here. Hopefully we can shoot him before he dies. There we go. We're at a whopping 800 damage. I don't know what else to say. I mean, this game is just a steamroll in our team's favor here, which is not very exciting. Like, I'm really just wishing that my my games were a bit, like, longer, like they lasted a bit longer, and that there was, like, more action. But, you know, this is World of Tanks Blitz we're talking about, the game with supreme matchmaking going for it, clearly. So let's see if we can get another shell into this Tiger before he dies. We get a nice roll of 306, and their SP1C is YOLOing. Interesting stuff right there. Let's see, maybe I can pick up the kill into this Tiger here, and nice. We get a nice shot into his roof there. Now, all that's left is a couple of vehicles, one being this SP1C, who would be a very nice target to get an HE shell into, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully he keeps running in a straight line here, and he's driving into rocks, so that actually helps me out, and I do get a lovely 438 max roll into his vehicle there. Now, SP1C is pretty much dead, so I'm going to go for the next best target, which is the only other player alive, and that is the WZ-121 GFT. So I'm going to get a tracking shell into him. Doesn't really matter if he shoots me, I'm going to be honest, but so let's now traverse him. Hopefully we don't die from this player. He does have a ton of DPM, and doesn't have the most gun depression, though, but actually, unfortunately, he's able to hit me. I'm not too worried about this being a loss, though, because, of course, we do still have 3 pretty healthy teammates here. And there we go. The AMX on our team does, in fact, pick up that player, finally giving us a win. That took way too long, and even with this victory, it's still kind of a shallow win, because, like, it was just a steamroll. Like, I did literally nothing to influence that battle whatsoever. I still did, like, okay. I did almost 2,900 damage, but again, complete and utter steamroll. I was the... Well, actually, there were a couple people on my team who died, but honestly, like you can see here, the Type 59 is just kind of average again. you're not really going to influence too many battles in this sort of vehicle. And honestly, adaptive concealment hasn't really done anything crazy to this vehicle to make it any stronger than it was before. It's a nice addition, and it's cool to see them adding a new mechanic to lower tiers. So hopefully they will continue to do this in the future, and maybe more tanks will get this sort of mechanic later on. But anyways, for any of you out there who are not yet subscribed to my channel, I highly recommend you do so, as it's a fantastic way to support content like this and stay up to date when I post videos almost daily. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.